Can you bake pizza on a CPU? Well, let's find out. I think it's time we, real quick, make this a cooking channel. I need to channel my inner Italian. Don't they like the curled mustaches? Perfect. So now that we've channeled our... This is gonna become memes. Okay, so now that we've channeled our inner Italian, let's go through and make some pizza. Let's get our ingredients out. We've got some dough here. It's yeast and some flour. We've got cheese, because, you know, you can't have pizza without cheese. We've got a spoon, because according to the Verge, not really. According to me, though, you need a spoon to make pizza on a CPU. And pepperoni on a plate. Oh yeah, we also need some pastry sauce for the tomato stuff. And some olive oil. What do I need olive oil for? Oh yeah, to spill over the computer and be good. Oh crap. So how this works is pretty simple. I'm going to make my pizza, and then we're going to go through and put it on the CPU over here and see exactly what happens. Oh, and as usual, anything that we make that we're saying that is food, any food that we make on a CPU, the unsaid rule is I have to eat it at the end of the video. So the time that we made popcorn and it didn't pop, I didn't have a fun time. Unpopped popcorn is not fun. Let's make ourselves some pizza. Now, first off, I'm gonna need some water to make my my dough here. So I probably got a little too much water, but yeah, I put too much water in it. There we go. We've got dough consistency. As you guys can tell, the extent of my cooking skills here. Make our plate here. So I've got to make sure that like this isn't gonna spill everywhere. Like as much as people like to claim, ruin perfectly good hardware. Okay, we're good. So I've got a plate. People made a big joke about me putting the hat on, the tinfoil hat, the last time. But let's put our dough in here. So I'm just gonna push this around to all the edges here. Next, let's put a little bit of our tomato sauce in here. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of tomato sauce on the top here. Nothing much at all. I'm gonna have to rename this channel Jay's Cooking Vault. I think I should come up with the elaborate plan of telling girls I run a cooking channel, because I think that way I'd have better luck. But then again, 0 luck times whatever still makes 0. Oh, now I figured out what the olive oil was for. It was to make sure it didn't stick to the bottom of the aluminum foil. Oh well. I'm gonna have tomato everywhere. Besides smelling like toothpaste from the toothpaste video, this is now gonna smell like tomato as well. So next up, it definitely smells like tomato. Let's put some cheese on there. So, you know, you have to have the nice little sprinkle of cheese on the top. Now, I'm really thinking this is actually not going to thermal throttle because, well, there's a lot to cook. It just depends on the heat dissipation capabilities. I mean, this technically is liquid cooling, isn't this? Like, it's liquid and you're cooling it. Yeah, there's a lot of cheese on here. Yeah, I think this pizza actually doesn't look half that bad. Next up, let's take the pepperoni and put some pepperoni bits all over here. I like my pizza with lots of pepperoni. I'm a pepperoni kind of dude. So guys, that is a pepperoni pizza right there. We've got cheese, we've got tomato, we've got pepperoni, we've got pizza dough. I'm gonna say cookie dough, it's not cookie. I mean, technically, anything's a cookie if you want it to be. Now that we've got our lovely pizza here, let's go through and put some thermal paste down and see if we can get this cooking. You know, out of everything that I've done so far, out of all the cooking videos that we've done, this actually looks the most promising. And now watch, I'm going to be eating raw pizza dough in a second, but yeah, what do you do on YouTube? Oh yeah, I make cooking videos. Yeah. Ooh, what kind of cooking videos? What kind of cooking videos do I make? That's the question, guys. What kind of cooking videos do I make? Memes? You know, I find it very funny. While I'm unscrewing this, we'll have a quick conversation here. I find it very funny that I always loved memes so much, and then at some point recently I've become one, and I absolutely love it. We're hitting 100K this weekend. There's a Q&A live stream I'll be doing. I always imagined doing this with the boys, like hanging out with the boys, waiting for the counter to go down, and with COVID that's not really possible. Instead, however, we're just vibing out here. Okay, now it's time for the thermal paste application. I have a running bet with The Verge that I have a better thermal paste application than they do. I use the entire tube of thermal paste so that obviously we get decent thermal contact between the pizza. This is like something you would never say. Like normal people, sane people would never say this. Oh yeah, I put thermal paste between the CPU and my pizza. That's probably the first time that sentence has ever been said. Think about that. As I said, I like a good bit of thermal paste. Good bit of thermal paste. Oh yes, sir. This is less than the verge. So now it's time for the pizza time, and I'm gonna put this on here. I need to go on like one of the cooking shows or something, because man, I've got a better cooking show than half of the cooking shows I've watched before. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how well our pizza holds up. The question is, can we out pizza the Hut? The question is, are we thermal throttling or are we not? Let's find out. Control, Alt, Delete. I have a smell that we are. Oh, it looks like, did I just see that we're not? Huh? We're not thermal throttling? We're not thermal throttling. The pizza is not thermal throttling. Wow. So cooking pizza on a CPU looks much more possible. So what temperature are we looking at? Oh, we're looking at still. We are kind of thermal throttling. Okay. What kind of cooking channel do you run, Jay? Oh yeah, I just run an Italian cooking channel, guys. So hold on. We have to. And the temperature is going down. So I think I should let the pizza cook. So like the last episode with the 3 popcorn kernels, it was like, oh, okay, this is kind of a problem here, because it would kept shutting down. There's actually enough there that it might actually take a while to cook. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because who knows where we're going after 100K, and wouldn't it be cool to say you were here before 100,000? So it looks like our temperatures are creeping up there shortly. It's getting up there though. It is starting to heat up a little bit. I think the pizza is on its way. It's actually smelling like pizza too, which is the best part. Actually getting the aromatic feel of pizza. So it looks like you actually can cook pizza on a CPU. Like there's a lot of bad things we've cooked on this channel, and there's a lot of things that we've heated up to temperatures that they were not designed for. Like toothpaste, for example. 10-year-old toothpaste. Well, this is a lot better than those. This is definitely a lot better than those. I'm gonna leave this for a bit. I'm gonna go play on the Minecraft server, which, in case you're not aware, I have it all set up for this weekend. So if you want to play Minecraft with me while we stream for 100K, that'd be something you want to do. But I'm gonna let this cook because, well, there's really nothing else to let it do. I think it's pegged out. So my pizza is done. The computer's just shut off. I was playing Minecraft. And, this actually looks like edible pizza. But the cheese on the top has melted. So I wonder if I can get this booted up again. But yeah, so like when we did the popcorn previously, it went off like that. It was probably like less than a minute. This was on for a good like 10 minutes before it shut off. The cheese had already melted before I left it. So I'm really interested to see. I'm hoping that the dough is actually somewhat like dough. Bread maybe. And I'm actually kind of hungry too. Because this looks kind of good. Oh, by the way, I know you guys are a big fan of the hammer, and I don't know if you really can cut pizza with a hammer, so instead I've got the, yeah, never mind, this is not going to be a good idea. This looks a little rusted. Babe, it just wanted to make an appearance, guys. It just wanted to make an appearance. I was going to cut it with this, but that's another good idea. Back previously, once upon a time, men had to scavenge for their food. But this time it's you have to cook your food on unconventional things, so it's time to eat. Let's try this. Oh yeah, dude, that CPU did not make great contact, but it did its best. No way, this actually is, no way I can actually, hold on, no way. Yo, there's actually dough in here. Yo, what the heck, this actually worked. There's dough in there. It's actually turned to bread. Like, it actually turned to bread somewhat. It actually smells like pizza. Well, I gotta do some research though before I eat this. Where's my phone? Can eating yeast raw dough kill you? Well, boys, I guess it's time to try the pizza. We've got a very interesting treat here. So, I've got to say, this is actually better than I expected. Which says a lot because I was expecting something decent. I mean, clearly the dough isn't finished cooking, and I would cook the dough, but I'm not going to eat all the raw dough. Or can you make a pizza? Can you bake pizza on a CPU? The answer is actually yes, you can. Is it pretty good pizza? Yeah. You're going to need something special in order to cook it all the way, of course, to get the dough from... Yeah, I'd say it's about halfway cooked, so if you could keep it at this temperature for a little bit longer, yeah, you'd be good. But wow. Like, the cheese was melted, the pepperoni was good, it was warm. Like, it was a lot better than I was expecting. So, it was very, very good, surprisingly. This is definitely a possibility. It's not like you're going to be cooking a full-size pizza, of course, on a CPU, but a mini pizza on a processor definitely was a good appetizer. You know what? If this channel ever gets big, I need to start a restaurant where they just cook all the meals on like computer hardware. Like that would be what you should subscribe for right now, because that will definitely be a really good idea. Making a restaurant where they cook all the food on processors. I love to see that. Okay, so make sure you subscribe because, well, we're hitting 100K this weekend and you definitely want to be a part of that. So subscribe away, and now I guess try baking pizza on your CPU. See what happens. Who knows? Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.